she lives in my mind. I rewind the past of time, and I indulge in life.
Okay, so you guys ready?
Yeah.
Well, as ready as you can be for an interview like this.
Yeah. An interview we don't know what we're getting into. Yes, we're ready.
Yes, but that's better.
Can't be more or less ready. All right.
So, guys, you just gave an amazing performance here at Popocatepetl and Iztaccíhuatl volcano. You're in the middle of the biggest two volcanoes here in Mexico, and this is the best view that you're gonna get.
I see that.
Yes, the energy is amazing. So we're gonna do, first of all, we want to give you this, guys, from the Ikal family. Raed, you can turn the camera around so they can see the Ikal family. They're all here. They were all part of this amazing experience.
No, love it.
It's amazing. Guys, thank you so much.
This is
You're
so
beautiful.
sweet. So
So
thoughtful.
beautiful.
You did great, guys. It was amazing. It was amazing to work with you guys right now. And I think it would be good for the audience to know why this is happening. Like, what's going on right now? Like, why are you here?
Well, we're here because we love sharing our music with the world, but the core behind the whole thing was an EP we have releasing on Cafe de Antolia in September. Wanted to have a collaboration between like a live set video for their audience, for YouTube, etc., to promote the EP, and at the same time we really wanted to showcase our new sound and kind of make a transition away from some of our previous YouTube videos that people know us so well for, because we've changed a lot over this last year, and a lot of people still think we have like that same sound from before, so we wanted to
Show them what's up.
Yeah.
This is a little cliche question for this kind of video, but I think it's essential anyway. How did you guys feel out playing here at Popocatepetl and Iztaccíhuatl volcanoes?
Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Minus the cold, amazing.
Minus the cold.
The view was really spectacular,
Yeah.
and it was a very nice change from our regular scenery. But
And
with that came some challenges: the altitude, the cold.
But it's really interesting how when we arrived, it was super, super cloudy. And, you know, as soon as we started making moves and bringing things up and setting up, like the clouds just disappeared. And then you really got to see, like, you know, the moisture above the volcano, and everything just started like producing energy. And that really fueled a lot of the vocals and the energy that we
Definitely
gave back to Gaia.
So guys, we're here at your setup, and we're gonna ask some questions that I think a lot of fans would appreciate. I'm gonna give you flexibility, right? Talk about your dreamland. What do you got here? Maybe tell us what you have specifically.
Okay, so from left to right, we start with the Electron model cycles for drum patterns, sound effects. Has a lot of controls. It's analog digital machine, and it allows me a lot of diversity in the sound for the set. Of course, the big beast, the subsequent 37 by Moog, needs no introduction.
Which was not easy to bring here.
Yeah, it's extremely heavy, extremely delicate,
Yeah.
and needed some time to warm up in this really cold environment.
So the oscillators warm up. Yeah, that's
Yes,
what you said.
yeah, it needed at least like, normally it says like 45 seconds to a minute for the oscillators to warm up, but here we left like 10 minutes because it's really super cold.
What takes the longest to start? Your motorcycle or this?
This is like instantaneous.
Okay, so this is like pickier than your motorcycle.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is like definitely. Everything on every song in this live set is unreleased. We don't even have, the closest we have to specific dates is sometime between December and January on the Soundgarden.
So don't bother to bring up your Shazam.
Yeah. So, I
Basically.
mean, we hope to have all of them out as soon as possible for our fans, of course.
But we wanted to make this set very organic and new and special, and something that you wouldn't experience by, you know, going and listening to somebody else's podcast or somebody else's mix. You know, we want it to be for you guys. So
yeah,
we hope you guys really loved it.
What's your view of life artistically? And by this question, we mean like, we think that you guys have a very lovely persona, right? So I think the audience would benefit from hearing like what's going on inside of your head.
Well, you're the boss.
I'm not the
If there's
boss.
any rules, it's from her. So I'll let you set the schedule.
No, I would just say that like our personas change. I feel like if you're a world traveler or a DJ that travels the world, you get to experience a lot of different cultures and a lot of different beauty in the way that people embrace you, and you take in those ways and those ways of being. And it's like, I don't know, like when you're traveled and you have the ability and you're blessed enough to absorb all of these energies, you're able to adapt in different situations, and you're able to grow with the times, and different moods bring you different energies. And I feel like we're very adaptable.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's hard to keep a routine on the road, but because we're a couple, it makes it a little bit easier to know, when to rest, when to exercise.
We fall back on each other a lot.
When to eat well, and when to take the time for like creative expansion and stuff, because the road life it can be as calm or chaotic as you make it, right? So being together makes it a lot easier for us to stay like very focused. Keeping that healthy balance is super important for us, whether we're home or on the road. And I think that kind of shines into our creative side because we have such a, clear path. We chose to bring the Tascam Model 12 today for more control of the equalization of every channel. That was audio running into this mixer. The Bose digital delay for the Fender, which I used in the intro and the outro of the set.
Pretty nice guitar.
Thank you, bro. This was a last minute buy, like a little bit before this set, because my guitar I've had for like 18 years. The task broke.
Oh.
And there's no one in Mexico to fix it. So I was like, okay, we have to fix it.
We moved it around a little bit too much this year.
Yeah, definitely. And then the Hand Sonic, which I'm sure anyone that's watched any video of us ever or seen us live, this comes everywhere in the world with us. It's the most compact, diverse soundscape you can have with 18 touch-sensitive pads.
Super easy to use.
Thousands of sounds. We put stems in as well, our own sounds from packs and live recordings. And then just a regular MIDI keyboard to run the VSTs from the program. And you?
So I've always preferred to work with the Pioneer mixer for effects. I think the echoes are absolutely stunning. I've worked with the TC Helicon before, and that was a favorite for a little while. But I felt that it was took a lot of reprogramming for the effects that I really wanted to hear. Right. So from day one, this has kind of been my baby when it comes to effects. I just recently started working with the RC505 looper, and I'm really loving it. The only thing I would say is it's a little bit difficult to quantize. I'm going to keep working on that. But as far as having like different channels and different, the ability to have like 5 to 10 different vocals going at the same time.
So you loop your vocals in the machine, and then you can have like as many voices at the same time as you want. Maybe you can do a chorus, maybe you can experiment a lot.
It's great for harmonies. It's really great.
Amazing.
I have all of my different effects. Sometimes I use the delays on here because sometimes the delay on the Pioneer is a little bit, I just find it lags slightly, but this one is a little bit tighter. So I'm just working with both machines, and for now that's kind of my base. But yeah, I'm really liking working with this one.
Okay, I have a question I didn't think about. Are you planning on buying anything else? Adding anything else to your setup? I mean, it's pretty complete. It's pretty complete. No, you would need many more backpacks, probably.
It's not even close. No, for live on the road, yeah, you're right. You don't need more. But for the studio at home,
okay, at the studio at home,
there's a lot more.
Okay.
You're a shopaholic when it comes to these things. So
okay, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things running here. Let's say that's not an instrument, so let's say 7 things, right?
Well, this is
an instrument. Yeah, everything's an instrument. Let's
yeah,
say everything's an
instrument. It all runs its course. Yes.
How many do you have on your studio?
Oh.
Many more?
Yeah. Rack equipment, compressors.
Twice as much?
Yeah, more than twice.
Amazing.
A bunch more analog synths. It's just too hard to travel with analog synths because they're so heavy and delicate. So on the road, you have to be really selective. But at home, the collection just keeps growing and growing.
I actually would definitely recommend for you guys to follow Savage and She on their Instagrams and like on their sort of personal Instagrams because well, we follow you all the time and you keep very conscious decisions on your day-to-day life, and that's something that we like because it's not really much seen on this artistic and in this industry life, you know, like you will see people that do not take care of themselves or whatever, and you guys are a pretty good example that you can have this effort and you can party and you can have fun and you can do both things, and you can grow and evolve and adapt and learn about other cultures and all of these things, and it's very interesting, and I would definitely recommend for you guys to follow them and us,
of course,
of course,
for this kind of experiences.
Thank
and
you.
for this kind of conscious life.
Balance is key, guys. Balance is
Yeah. So guys, what's your favorite thing here to play?
Favorite song?
No, favorite instrument to use.
I mean, I use the drum the most.
Yeah.
I use the drum the most. It's the most diverse, free-flowing thing you can do.
Okay.
Um,
I'm gonna make some questions. That's the first thing you got.
Yeah, the first thing we brought on like a hybrid show on a live on the road.
This and the TC Helicon.
Yeah.
But this is super nice for, you know, when the bass is really heavy and maybe it's heavy for a little bit too long, and you know that everybody needs a break and you can feel that. So I like to bring out the, you know, the bass, and he just goes crazy on this machine and people go nuts. And it's a really great tool for just like filling space, but with a really organic touch.
Yeah. I mean, we used to record live drums, like Mike congas, djembes, tambles, but it's very hard to get the sound right, to
Because
get the
of the
volume
feedback,
right.
because of the mic, okay,
the
arrangements,
booth
everything.
monitors are too loud,
Yeah, right.
so it becomes this kind of a nuisance. So having something like this that kind of has all of those and so much more in this little compact audio direct, it's like.
And this feature.
Oh yeah, you can't hear now, but
Not right now, but
it has like a theremin.
Theremin. Cool.
So some people that are gonna see this video are maybe not your fans yet. They're sure gonna be your fans after this.
We hope
but
so.
Some of those people are not familiar with this kind of music.
Right.
How could you define your genre?
Well, it's changing. I mean, a lot of
changed a
people
lot.
know us for like the organic house and the beach sound, which was a very important element of our development.
Growth.
But now we're playing much larger shows, much later at night, and so our sound has changed a lot. But we still have maintained that the tribal, organic, rhythmic element, no matter if it's more in the melodic techno side. So we kind of found this term Afrotech. So it's like it's Afro house and melodic techno merged.
Yeah,
It's harder
right.
than the Afro house, and it's in some cases softer or more rhythmic than melodic techno. And we're kind of trying to bridge those genres in our new production.
Mm-hmm.
What's the biggest challenge when you produce?
Probably, I mean, as an artist within a brand, you want to stay kind of in the same lane, but artistically, you want to make everything. So we write a lot of music that never gets to people because, you know, we just write how we feel, whether it's like R&B or, you know, like it doesn't really matter. We just kind of write music, but then you have to consolidate all those emotions and sounds into what is appropriate for your brand. So that's a hard thing because sometimes you want to go a totally different direction, but then the fans are confused. So you kind of got to
But there's NFTs. There's NFTs now.
It is what it is. So I think it's important, like as a creative, to make whatever comes your way, whether you use it in later in life or not at all, but never limit your ability to create stuff, you know?
So you said R&B?
R&B.
Could that be the next alter ego of Savage and She?
I doubt it, but maybe we'll make an album.
But
like,
we've made quite a few tracks actually that we're thinking of releasing as an NFT.
yeah.
Something that can, you know, we'll release like maybe between 10 and 50 for
Copies or
people that want to hear like, you know, what else we have in store.
That is cool. That is cool. NFTs, yeah, for sure.
Why not?
Yeah, for sure. This one's a big one for us. How was the Ikal experience?
Impeccable.
Yeah.
You guys were amazing. Every detail, like, you know, the efficiency, the scheduling, the advanced conversations, the video calls, the food, the locations,
The
scouting.
vision boards, the
Yeah, I mean, and you guys
Yeah.
went through hell for the first. This wasn't even the original location we were supposed to film. And,
yeah. Up
and
until
it's-
today, we were supposed to film in a completely different place, and you
and
guys just
really pulled it off.
really
so.
pulled it together. And you're gonna see it in this video. Like, wow, how'd you figure this out in a day? So congratulations
really
to
good.
you guys.
Thank you,
Really
thank you guys, thank you. It's a pretty
been a
cool
pleasure.
experience. Yeah, it's been a pleasure too. We've all heard the angelical voices of Sheena, but here's a cool question. Savage, do you sing?
I started to. I don't sing. I mean, I can't sing, but I did a recent track we released on Circle of Life Music. I did the original vocal.
I forced you to do this.
No, not true. She was sick, and we had to finish this project like quite quickly. So we just got a new Newman mic. It's super high-end mic, and I was like, actually, it sounds nice. So I sung something, and she was like, okay, well, that's really boring because you're not a singer. So then she came on top and did like a duet thing, and so that was the first time I did it. Maybe we'll keep going in that direction.
No, we will.
Yeah.
We will. We need duets. Come on. Savage and
Yeah,
Sheena.
the harmonics.
Yeah, but I just have like one tone.
We're gonna work on it.
So
We're gonna work on
she
it.
can go like this, but I stay right
No, we're
there.
gonna work on it. Don't worry.
Yeah,
What makes a perfect set?
the crowd.
The crowd.
Yeah, I would say so. Because we can, like, on the road, when you're going country to country every, like, day or few days, you can kind of recycle a series of tracks for a period of time, especially when you have a lot of unreleased music, new artist promos, stuff that these people have never heard before. So
And you take note, you know.
yeah, you
what
see where it
over
goes really
and-
well, and
yeah.
you're like, you can keep that going for a while. But sometimes you have one show where that set was so good and everyone was so engaged, and it was the best time. And that exact same set somewhere else, even though the setting in theory is the same, maybe time of night, sound system, lights, size of the crowd, it just
It really
doesn't vibe the
depends,
same.
yeah.
So I'd say the crowd is really like, they kind of make the.
Where have you found the best crowd?
Well, in the world, I mean, I can't say for sure, but our best last show we had was in non-Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Yeah, it was really, really nice.
Ecuador has some really great fans as well.
Yeah,
I have to shout out Ecuador. I love them.
yeah.
They're so sweet.
So how's the guitar with the frozen hands?
Well, I didn't feel what I was playing, but I looked.
I offered him gloves. He didn't want them. So
Yeah, I can't wear those gloves. I can't wear gloves and play guitar. I think any guitar player in the
These
world
aren't
will
gloves.
agree. But no, it was fine. It was fine. I just couldn't feel what I was doing.
So you couldn't feel
I
like
just
okay.
watched. Yeah, I can't
Okay.
feel it. I just had to look at it.
Okay, it's,
It's
very
really-
cold here. It's
Yeah, yeah,
really
it's
cold.
super
Yeah, but
here.
we're Canadian, so let's just like
Yeah, talk to these guys.
How's the mezcal?
Delicious.
delicious.
Delicious. Do you
Thank you
usually
for-
drink when you perform?
A little,
A little bit.
just to loosen up.
I mean,
Just to-
for
for
the
me-
voice is good, right?
For me, I mean, for the voice, actually, technically, it's horrible. Let's be honest. But I do drink a lot of tea and a lot of honey beforehand, and I mean, if a little bit of mezcal is gonna loosen me up and make me feel a little bit more connected, then sue me. But I really prefer mezcal or tequila, like a really nice Mexican brand. It's actually, that for me is a hard thing, because we travel so much, and you go to Dubai or where else?
Brazil.
But they don't have
Yeah.
tequila. And sometimes they bring you like Jose Cuervo, and you're like,
And it can get really expensive, right? So
Yeah.
yeah.
but yeah, I like to have a couple drinks
You?
before I sing.
Yeah, of course,
Same.
always.
We've been with you guys in some events before, and the thing is, we've seen you arrive and leave very fast. You know, you arrive before you have to play, and you leave very fast. We know that you tour a lot, and we know that you have to catch airplanes and all of that stuff. But has there been any time that you just want to stay at the party and you're just
Sometimes,
like, damn
yes.
it, why do I have to leave?
Yeah, sometimes yes. I mean, technically always, but with travel, you learn as you do it more that you're only
Missing
hurting
flights
yourself.
is never fun.
Yeah, or you just really feel horrible the whole travel to the next place, which is brutal. And
Yeah.
you also risk getting sick. Like we were just in Colombia, Ecuador last weekend, and they were such hospitable people. We partied with them until the next evening. From the night that we played till the next evening. And it was fine, but then Sheena got sick for like this whole last week. So sometimes that's a huge risk too, because if we didn't have a week off,
Yeah, we were sort
You
of
know,
worried about that.
flying
Yeah.
As a vocalist, it's very, very taxing to just travel. You know, I mean, especially in this day and age, things are a little iffy. Even though we don't like to really talk about it in this industry or really acknowledge it, but yeah, sometimes you can catch something in an airport or wherever. So to take the risk to go to an after party is sometimes not worth it.
These are really important questions because you guys are a big part of this. Where do you see this industry going? And you know, there are many sides within this industry, and I think you guys play a very conscious and very good and loving part in this, right? So where do you guys see this going?
you or me?
You can start.
Well, you know, the music industry is both light and dark, right? And we all need music in our lives, whether we are in light or dark. So you can't say one is better than the other, or one comes from a place of love and the other hate. It's not necessarily like that. It's just how the emotions of your life play into the music you're listening to. And I think with the music industry, what seems to be the trend with modern technology, with graphics and NFTs and pyrotechnics and stuff, shows seem to be getting, even in the underground, much more visually appealing. It's not so much of a rave anymore. And live acts are really starting to pop up everywhere.
Yeah.
Because, you know, for so long, musicians just were DJs, but they can play instruments. And people used to play in bands, and now they don't. So it's like merging the band with the electronic music without stopping, and I think that's like the future movement of the whole scene.
Yeah. I see a lot of like MIDI, you know, future for people that, you know, grew up doing this and weren't just behind the buttons. People that played guitars and sang, and
Yeah.
you see a lot of them coming out of the woodwork now, and it's really interesting. So we're excited to be a part of that.
Yeah, definitely.
That was the interview. Thank you guys for
Thank you
being
guys.
here. We also want to thank Aldea Pachamama, which is this place which hosted us. The links are going to be in the description. Everything's going to be in the description. We also would like to thank G Entertainment for the audio guys.
Yes,
they
Function
never
1.
fail. Everything was perfect. Function 1, yeah, his favorite.
Unendorsed.
Wait till it's indoors.
What
Thank
can
you
we say?
Thank you guys
Guys.
so much. You warmed our hearts in this cold place.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for your question.
Yes.
Brother.
You guys are awesome.
All right.
That was good. I think that was good.